Hello Scorpios, welcome to your horoscope for October 2022. So I had a bit of filming this in Mercury retrograde, so I did have some issues in getting the chart on my iPad. So I'm more just going to say about where they move in which star signs, and most of them is going to be in your first house of Scorpio, towards the end of the month. So on the 2nd, we have a Mercury moving forward in Virgo. And then on the 11th of the month, it will then Mercury move forward into your Libra. So, and then on the 24th, actually, which will be, I feel like, so that would be actually your 12th house. Because then on the 24th, we got Venus is going to go into your first house of Scorpio, so your first house. Then on the 25th, you got the solar eclipse, the new moon solar eclipse happening in your first house. You got Scorpio energy. Then on the 30th, you got Mercury coming join the party in your first house. And then also on the 30th, you got Mars, which is going to go retrograde in Gemini. So a lot of Scorpio energy coming up towards the end of the month. This could bring about secrets. It can unravel things. It could be a time to cut some cords. It's you might even feel more confident, more spiritual, more awakened with these things. It's going to be an interesting times ahead this month, especially once we get to that end of part of the month where you got all this Scorpio energy is going to come out around the world. So what we've got here, when I look at the cards, it is a sign of, I feel like it's coming up here, a month for you. It's going to be hard work. There's a thing about harvesting, but I feel like it's just going to be a lot of hard work that's coming up here. There is a lot of inspiration. It's going to come around you this month as well. And it's like something about time will tell. Time will tell when things go out. It's going to be a time to be very intuitive. I feel like maybe it's a bit colder, you got to keep warm or wanting to keep warm. But I feel like stories may be spread or things may be blown up around you this month as well. But it's knowing your truth, knowing when you lie. I kind of feel like the veil might be like a veil in terms of spirit, where you may even start seeing spirit or hearing spirit being more involved with you. It's going to be a very intuitive month that you've got as going around for you as well. And a sense of loyalty. I do feel like you are one thing about Scorpio is that they can be very, very loyal people. I feel like there's going to be a friend around you who's by your side who is very loyal. This person will be around you through thick and thin. I feel like this person's going to be like a fire energy, like a Leo. So this person will be very charismatic, big heart, love family. But this person will be by your side for this month. Let's see where we go for your earnings and career. I feel like a big explosion. So I do feel like things are going to get a bit heated, or there's just something abruption's going to come up here with your work. It's going to be emotional but dramatic. I feel like some dramatic things are happening for you in your workplace this month. And even maybe again something about feeling cold. So you might feel like you're out in a cold or cold shoulder. But by the end of it, it's warming up. It's like harvesting time. Start to reaping in the rewards of the hard work that you've been doing. I feel like that everything's it's a changing of seasons coming up for you for this month. When we look at relationships, oh goodness me, it could be that for some of you might be feeling a lot trapped, and this is where you're going to get that support from that friend that I was talking to you before. But it's like there's a sense of feeling trapped or entrapment, and I feel like this is something to do with lies or deception that's coming up with relationships. I feel like that you need to tell the truth, or you need to come clean about something, either you or the partner. I do feel like it's like you're tooting your own horn, or you're going to get a little emotional. This eclipse season is going to bring about a lot, I feel like, with you bring out a lot within you, but also in relationships. You're also going to look at like past mistakes, but you're going to have to like look at reality, or something's going to set in around you for this month, especially with that eclipse with relationships too. There's something coming within that. I also feel like around family, we've got money. I kind of feel like you may want to overindulge this month when it comes like spending more on yourself, or just overindulging the things around you. But I feel like just be wise when we do this. I feel like you could just go overboard a bit much. There's a thing about here with family. I do feel like there's a change happening in the home, so someone could be moving out, moving in, but there is a thing of being like motherly and maternal. So perhaps you're trying to, or having to look after others at home, being that maternal figure, nurturing them, but it's like they're being very dependent on you. But there's a big change and transformation for you at home. It even could be like looking at moving. And I feel like there's going to be some complications with siblings as well for you this month here, Scorpios. I feel like in terms of like if you're doing any courses, like the hard work has been done and you're laying down the foundations, and now you're trying to do the last finishings of the plans, or where you're going to go, or like there's a lot of studying coming up for you this month. And I feel like that, as I said, like foundations are sort of done. You've got to just finish off what you've started now and going in. There's also a thing about researching the past, looking back into your past or history or ancestors or heritage too, I feel like, coming up this month. Okay, I just feel like there's something about this eclipse and the energy that's going to come in is going to really affect you, like mentally, emotionally, physically. I feel like you might feel a bit drained, but there's going to be like a blast, or I said like explosion or something. I feel like it's really going to really affect you guys. You're really going to have to like navigate, I feel like be strong, emotionally strong and capable as well at the end of the month that's coming in. Let me just see if I can get a channel for you guys. Scorpios, now it's not the time to just waste and let things pass you by. It's a time of action. You've all laid the foundations, you've all done the hard work, now it is time to act. You are more talented than what you give yourself credit for and what you know. This is not the time to be lying or telling games or playing games or telling lies to people. Tell the truth, for that will set you free. It is time for you to look at the wrongs and the mistakes. For what's coming up, the truth will come up anyway. So don't not get caught in problems or situations that you're going to be caught red-handed. Okay. Thank you for your likes, shares or comments, and I will see you for my next video. So bye for now.